Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Terry Gingrass, and this is Dr. G's ADHD Chat. This is a show trying to make the world safe for ADHDers. The last few sessions have been about substances of abuse, shall we say. Um, actually, the last couple have been about alcohol, which is probably the biggest problem we have with ADHDers. Um, Today, I want to talk about sedatives or barbiturates. Um, these are downers, and every substance of abuse is a substance of abuse because it mimics a naturally occurring process in the central nervous system. Okay. Uh, Stimulants work because they jack you up a little bit. Okay. Ritalin works because it goes faster, it makes your brain go faster. It does that because it mimics naturally occurring substances in the central nervous system that serve to stimulate us. Uh, and we can get into trouble with that sort of thing, as I mentioned before, with alcohol. Biggest problem with alcohol withdrawal, which may lead to death, is the fact that if you've been abusing alcohol for years and years and years, your central nervous system has been trying to make up for the big load of depressant medication you've been throwing at it every day. And so it's overproducing the stimulant medications. And that, so the uppers are way up there. And then all of a sudden, you're not taking on board that big load of depressant medication that you've been taking. And that stimulant um, overload leads to DTs and delirium tremens, if you're not familiar with that, and can kill you. Okay. Now, barbiturates or the sedative medications are less likely to be abused. Um, they 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 bring everything down a little bit. Okay. It's sort of like, wait a minute, you're having troubles paying attention, staying focused. So you take a barbiturate, which makes it harder for you to concentrate and pay attention and be alert. It isn't a real big substance of abuse for ADHDers. Uh, I mean, they basically make it harder to pay attention, concentrate, have your brain functioning normally. Um, the the other deal is that with um, when you've got stimulant medications on board, there can be significant interactions between the stimulants, which are uppers, and the barbiturates, which are downers. You can get excessive sedation, cognitive impairment, and the interaction is not a good clean interaction, and so you don't want to be doing a lot of that stuff. Um, Generally speaking, you would not be given an ADHD would not be given a sedative. Uh, it's counter to the primary problems that they present with. I mean, I suppose you could have, say an ADHD who's having a lot of anxiety problem. They might consider sedative medications, but mostly that doesn't happen. And so mostly barbiturates are not a huge substance of abuse. Um, and if you did start to use barbiturates with an ADHD, or you just want to be very careful and monitor it closely and that sort of thing. And that's, of course, your friendly neighborhood GP, family practice doc, psychiatrist. Those are the people who should be weighing these things and considering all the pros and cons of using a specific medication. But in general, ADHDers don't use sedative medication because it just kind of makes things worse for them. So there's not even a whole lot of research about interaction of ADHD and barbiturates or sedatives. Alcohol, there's a huge amount of research on it because that's one of the big ones that we have issues with. And it's the one that causes probably the most harm. I know in my own personal family, alcohol abuse is an issue. Okay. Barbiturates, not even close. But so you want to make sure that you're paying attention to the things that pay attention to alcohol. Make sure, look for that. Look for problems with alcohol. Barbiturates, it's just unlikely to become a major issue in your family. Okay, and that's it. That was quick, I think. I'm getting some kind of a message from my computer, but that's just okay. Okay, that's it for this week. Next week I got about 3 more weeks of talking about different substance of abuse, and we will be working with that. And a couple of them are ones that are of significance that we need to worry about. And anyway, so I will catch you next week. I'm Dr. Terry James Gingrass. My website is terrygingrassphd.com. If you look on there, we've got a lot of information about ADHD and a lot of different information about services we offer. My practice, we have a couple of folks that are certified high performance coaches. And high performance coaching is the only coaching program that is academically verified, research verified that it's effective. And so, but give us a call, get in touch with us, and we'd be glad to talk to you about it. And other than that, take care of you and yours, and we will catch you next week.